questions?
Trying to clarify. I think I'll have some examples together. So we'll come back as a whole, talk about these. All right, so let's start off with assimilation. What have you got for that?
Simulation is we just knew the definition is when there's an area and there's two groups come together from different cultures, but they collaborate with each other and you can't know the differences between them. Like for example, in America, when people came from Germany, came from Spain, came from England, the Germans nowadays you can't say that they're Germans. Now we can say no, he's white American. If I told you he's German, so maybe you would think I'm lying. Like John, when he said I'm from Scotland, you didn't believe him. That's now be assimilated with the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not only with the U.S., I think also with the other countries. Like Korea is very non-assimilated country. It's not, Japan too.
There's a really good example. So, yeah, America is a wonderful example of assimilation because you have, like you said, these different groups that came in, and they're kind of indistinguishable now. They speak English. We have a lot of things in common, so they kind of like meshed in with one another. All right, let's go on to relocation.
For relocation, we had the example, like John has told us before, the immigrants which came, for example, into the United States, there's like Afro-Americans came like involuntary here because the white people bringing them to work. They don't. They know they came to the United States for the like Americans believe. So but other people like white people, they came for the discover the world. I mean the United States. So they came here like a volunteer to work here, to live a better life.
Excellent. Yeah, you have with relocation. Really good point you brought up. There are two different kinds of relocation. There's voluntary and then there's involuntary. And so your voluntary is going to be like when the English came here, they were colonized and they chose to come here. And then when they brought slaves, that was kind of a very involuntary because they take them and force them to come over. Yeah, those are perfect. Let's go to pluralism.
We have that pluralism is a group of people with different culture who may live together but do not associate or assimilate. Like for example, Haitians and Dominicans. I am from the Dominican Republic and Haiti is in the same island, but even though Haitians go to my country, we do not associate with it. And not only that, Haitians cannot live in the city of my country. They have to go to a country far from all of us to live.
Okay.
I don't know why the tradition is like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the things with pluralism. Sometimes you really know why it is the way it is. Just kind of
It's mean they not marrying to each other.
Who, Haitians and Dominicans?
Yeah.
No, I have never heard that a Haitian guy married with someone from my country. I don't know, but my country we are mulattoes. We're like mixed races. And I don't know, sometimes I get to think like we have discrimination for Haitians to my country. Not only because of the racial color, just because of the culture they have like I don't know, people think bad about them in my country, so we don't really associate with them.
I think that goes
It's
with
really
the
bad.
Native Americans now.
It was like, it's like Americans and African Americans before. We are exactly like that with Haitians in my country.
Well, that's wonderful. Not wonderful, but a good example. A good example of that term. We'll move on to subjugation.
Subjugation
this word we can relate it from the slavery and the victory. And we can, for example, in the word to country, and the country is the colony and the colonizer. The relationship between the colony and colonizer would be like subjugation.
Yeah, so colonizing can sometimes lead to subjugation because you'll have the dominant group, which are the colonizers in this case, kind of coming in and, you know, overtaking the native people of the area and subjugating them. So,
And that actually is also an excellent example of when a minority group is usually the majority group.
yeah,
And they gave the example in the book about India, and you know, the huge number of Indians who were subjugated by the English.
Yeah.
So they were a minority even though they were majorities. They weren't the dominant group for a while. They are now. It's very
and finally, extermination.
Extermination is when the dominant group wants to kill all the minority group. For example, when Hitler killed all the European Jews once for. Also another example when European came to the United States and killed a lot of Native Americans.
Yes. Excellent. All right. So, are there any questions about the terms here that we've done, or about the lecture that I went over? All right. Then I'm done.